care if they lose 3-0 against India. They don't have a proper spinner. Adil Rashid is the only one who's being brilliant, not interested to compete. It was almost the proper practice session that they had. Apart from that, they went to play golf apparently. But I think he showed everyone why he is class when it comes to ODI format. Yes, it was a scratchy innings, but I think it was a much necessary in terms of what combination they're going with. And though it looks mouth-watering to play 4 spinners, Dubai is not the place where you can go with 4 spinners. Hi, hello, welcome to yet another episode of Faster Pilly with Prashant. We are at that time where we are going to review the England tour of India, and the focus is going to be on the ODI series because of the upcoming Champions Trophy. So let's see how each team did. Let's try to rate what are the positives and the negatives for both the teams heading into the Champions Trophy. And there are a few things to address when it comes to the England team, and some more issues when it comes to India's setup when it comes to the Champions Trophy. So let's dive into it. I want to do it a bit differently. Let's look at the England team first. What are their positives? It's very few if you look at it, because they are reluctant to make any kind of change the way they play in the subcontinent. They're still going pace heavy. They're still trying to be aggressive even if the situation or the pitch deems to play a different sense of game. And there are few statements that's been told by the England team. For example, Ben Duckett, he said he doesn't care if they lose 3-0 against India, but if they get a chance to beat them in the Champions Trophy, then I think it evens up. It sounds really good in theory, but the way they've played here in India gives no indication whatsoever they're going to possess any kind of challenge to India if they play India in the Champions Trophy. I think a lot of question marks in terms of their approach, in terms of their bowling combinations. They don't have a proper spinner. Adil Rashid is the only one who's being brilliant when it comes to spin lineup. They are relying heavily on Liam to perform that second spinning option, which doesn't work because Liam can provide few overs here and there, but if you're constantly expecting him to provide, say, 10 to 15, like 8 to 10 overs in an innings, that's going to possess a really difficult challenge on him, and he's not a full-time spinner, so he's going to struggle, and batsmen are going to be lining him up. And also when you look at the way they're batting as well, the only position that's been sorted out is the top order. Phil Salt and Ben Duckett has been really good, but apart from that, they're still struggling to find their combination. It's good that Joe Root is back in the ODI setup. That's one positive, but apart from that, it's very difficult to see what kind of a combination that they're going to go with. And yes, Pakistan, they're going to be playing their the initial set of matches in Pakistan, which is going to be like a flat wicket, so their gameplay might work. But again, when it comes to the crunch situation, can they adapt to different game style when it comes to, like, when the pitches are low and slow, when you move into the likes of Dubai? That's something we need to wait and watch. That is one issue that I want to flag. The way England was playing in this entire series, including the T20s and the ODI, it seems like there was a bit of not interested to compete. It was almost they took all of these games as a practice session, and no one wanted to kind of improve no one wanted to kind of give a sense of competition. It was just a bit weird to watch them play. The way in which all 3 ODI matches went. I mean, the first 2 ODIs, India won by 4 wickets, comfortable victory, and the last one, 142 run difference, just doesn't seem right. There is something, and even if you look at it, England team there was only one proper practice session that they had. Apart from that, they went to play golf apparently. So just begs to differ with such a high-profile series upcoming. It seems to be there is no interest to play or to improve in the subcontinent, and there is some kind of a blind hope that everything will come together the moment the Champions Trophy starts. So, I mean, a lot of question marks on Team England. There is no competition for India as well. It was such a disappointing series, to be honest. And surprising element, I think even Ashwin posted in his channel, where if the same thing happened with India, where we went and lost the series 4-1, or we lost the ODI series 3-0. We would have been ripped apart left, right and centre, and there would have been a lot of changes. But that doesn't seem to be the case in England. Everyone seems to be okay with the fact on how they play. So yeah, that needs to be an attitude change. Yes, they are trying to be entertaining, but something is not right. Something is clearly not right, and if they're going to be performing the same way, and especially in the Champions Trophy, it's going to be like a sudden death. You lose one game, you're literally looking at an exit. So it'll be interesting to see how England plays come the Champions Trophy. Anyways, moving on to the positives. Anyways, moving on to the world of India, a lot of positives, a lot of questions was posted to Team India when they came into the series, especially focused on the ODI, and almost all the questions were answered by Team India. Let's just look from the top. I think the openers are in form. Shubman Gill has been sublime. There was a lot of question mark that Shubman Gill should not be the first opening choice, considering that Jaiswal is in a terrific form. He should replace Gill rather. But I think he showed everyone why he is class when it comes to ODI format. 3 consecutive 50s and backing up with a 100. I think he's just shown everyone that he's ready to take up the opening slot with Rohit Sharma. And yes, talking about Rohit Sharma, he has scored that much needed run. I mean, the first innings was a bit of a disappointment. Second, he came up and he showed if he's in form and if he's in full flow, it's very difficult to stop him. And the third, I think the third ODI, he just got a Jaffa, so it can't do much about that. Then coming on to the likes of Virat Kohli, yes, it was a scratchy innings, but I think it was a much necessary innings for Kohli, because personally he would feel that having scored a 50, he would feel much more confident heading into the Champions Trophy. All those noise around, like nicking in the third slip or edging, chasing the wide ball off the, chasing balls outside off stump, everything would be put to rest because he has scored a run no matter how ugly it might have looked. But I think towards the end, when I think once he's crossed 30 or 40, the type of shots he was playing, it was like old Virat Kohli. So I wouldn't say he's completely back in form, but there is a confidence in which he's going. Shreyas Iyer, huge positive. I think the template or the playbook where bowling shot to Shreyas Iyer would get him out is an old template. I think teams should re-strategize in terms of how they go about it. In fact, he has made his weakness his strength right now. The way he played the short ball, he's so confident. So, that was the same case once upon a time with Rohit Sharma. He was very, he was getting out the short balls, but now he's a master of pull shots, right? If you bowl short at Rohit Sharma, we know where the ball is going to be going into. So, same thing. I think Shreyas Iyer was posted the same question. The break he took from international cricket and playing, he was active around all the domestic circuits. He played the Mushtaq Ali Trophy, he played the Ranji Trophy. So, I think playing and spending time in the domestic circuit and trying to improve his gameplay did do a wonder when it comes to his batting. So you can see in his confidence, his fielding has gone up a notch, his batting has gone up a notch. So I think he's sealed the number 4 position. And talking about number 5 and 6, Akshar versus KL Rahul, I think that's something that's going to be the place where India is going to need to make a hard call. I think it is unfair on KL Rahul to keep moving up and down, and you can't blame Akshar Patel as well. He's done brilliantly given the opportunity. So I think that the number 4 and 5 is still going to be a place where it's going to be flexible. 5 and 6 rather, it's going to be flexible based on who's bowling at that particular point of time, what is required from the particular batsman that goes into. So based on that, I think KL and Akshar will swap 5 and 6. Then we have Hardik Pandya as well, who comes at number 7. It is low for him, but when you look at Hardik Pandya, he's playing as a finisher in this ODI setup. So if India has a good start, I think he might come up early. If India has a poor start as well, he might come up early to stabilize the innings. So I think having that flexibility of having Hardik Pandya at number 7 helps. And then you have Jadeja at number 8, which is a luxury to have. He's really good, even if you put up at number 3, for example. So just a really good top 8 batsman, which is what Gambhir and Rohit Sharma wants when it comes to the ODI setup. They want it to be packed with batsmen who can bowl a bit. And then you have the likes of Kuldeep Yadav. Harshit Rana has been doing well since Bumrah is out of the Champions Trophy. Harshit Rana is doing well. Harshit Singh had a wavery start, but he came back quite well when it comes to slow balls and stuff, which is where Dubai is going to be suitable for his kind of bowling, where he's a lot of cutters, knuckle balls, slower balls, back of the hand. So all these things will come out really good when he's trying to do the same thing in Dubai. So overall, a lot of questions was posted for Team India and everything was answered. The only thing India needs to be wary of is the combination that they play with. So now, if we look at it, Kuldeep Yadav is selected, Varun Chakravarti is selected, you have Washington Sundar, you have Akshar Patel, and you have Jadeja. You have 5 spinning options. If the hierarchy is very defined and clear that Kuldeep Yadav is going to be your first player, third spinner, and then if the condition seems fit and you want to bring in Varun Chakravarti instead of Kuldeep Yadav, then it's fine. Then India is going on with 4 spinning options with 2 medium pace option along with Hardik Pandya, which is fair. Or rather 3 spinning option with medium pace Hardik Pandya and 2 seam. 6 bowling option, which is really good attack. But if my guess is there would be a temptation to go with one proper medium pace bowler, let's say Harshdeep or Shami or even Harshit Rana, and then use Hardik Pandya as your front line second seamer and go with 4 spinning option, Akshar, Jadeja, Kuldeep and Varun. It looks mouth-watering, yes, but in Dubai, when you look at the stats, it is not a place where spinners have run through sides. It's usually been the pace bowling attack who has a better average when it comes to picking up wicket versus spinner. I think it's 17 versus 26 if I'm not wrong for against spin. So even though there is a temptation, India should focus on what they were planning initially. Kuldeep Yadav is bowling as well. Yes, Varun is your X-factor player, but you need to vary about what's the combination you go under. Having said so, if India lose the first match, there will be a lot of temptation to make a lot of changes, and that's where things might go bad pretty quickly. Even P-Dog has touched upon it, so India needs to be really careful in terms of what combination they're going with. And though it looks mouth-watering to play 4 spinners, Dubai is not the place where you can go with 4 spinners. So apart from that, I think India has ticked every box and right now looks the strongest when it comes to Champions Trophy, because most of the other team has some kind of an issue. Australia is looking in a very bad state with all of their front-lining bowling options are out of the place. So they're coming up with new bowlers who can do well, but again, Champions Trophy under pressure, you have no idea how they will perform. Pakistan has been a little bit up and down. South Africa, yes, they're doing a tri-series, but again, it's not their main squad, it is their third string side. So again, how Pakistan, South Africa is going to adapt after coming in from their SAT20 where the bounce and everything has been so true. Now suddenly coming into Pakistan, the bounce is going to be different. Dubai is going to be different, so how they play. The only 2 teams, or rather 3 teams that look really good to compete is, one is India, second one is New Zealand, they're playing well, and the third one is going to be a massive surprise. It's Afghanistan. They have the spinning option, they have the batting option, they have the pace bowlers as well. The only place Afghanistan might struggle is the middle order, but if they tighten that up, they're going to be really they're going to be posing a really strong challenge for the rest of the team out there. But yeah, this is my gauge. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section. And of course, please do follow us, subscribe for more such content. It's a new channel. We are trying to do something different every time in terms of how we come about analyzing a game. I'm trying to collaborate with other sports channel as well. So your support will go a long way. So anyways, until next time, take care guys. Bye.